I'm Emily Miller with vinylisms.com. In this video, we'll be showing you step by step how to apply vinylism to your wall. To make this project as quick and easy as possible, you will need some all-purpose cleaner, some water in a squirt bottle, a wet sponge, some dry cloths, a level and a straight edge, a pencil, eraser, and a burnishing tool, which will include one for free with every order. You'll also need, of course, your vinylism. So let's get started by prepping our wall. The first step is to use the all-purpose cleaner and spray it onto your wall. Then we're going to wipe it down. The reason we're doing this is because any dust that may be on the wall could prevent the vinylism from making a good seal to your wall. The next step is to use your water and your wet sponge and to wipe away any of the residue that may be left from the cleaner. Use a dry cloth to wipe off your wall and make sure it's completely dry. The next step is to prepare our vinylism. Now each vinylism has 3 layers, and I'll show them to you with this. The top layer is similar to masking tape, and it's called the transfer tape. This bottom layer has a gridded pattern on the back and a glossy finish on the front. This is just called the backing paper. These 2 layers are only used to help you with the application process. We have the middle layer, which is the actual vinylism that will be going on the wall. So get your vinylism and unroll it onto a flat surface. Use the burnishing tool that you receive in your order and smooth out any bubbles that may have formed during shipping between these layers. I like to go from the middle to the outer edges while I do this step. Now, you may have noticed that there are arrows on the top and bottom, as well as either side of the vinylism. These arrows are guides to help you when finding the exact positioning on the wall. They represent the exact middles of the vinylism. Now, we're going to use our straight edge to pencil a line that goes through the middle, starting on either side of the vinylism, and using our guide arrows to help us line it up. Next, take 2 pieces of blue painter's tape and put them on either side of the top edge of the vinylism. Now let's put the vinylism on the wall where we want it to be. The next step is to use our level to find our perfect position and use this guideline to help us line up the level. Now this is actually perfect, so we are just going to make sure that this top edge is tight and then use several pieces of blue painter's tape spaced a couple of inches apart on the top edge of the vinylism. Now the next step is to actually flip up the vinylism using these blue painter's tape as a hinge. Now once you've done that, you're going to peel this backing paper off of the vinylism. Now while you do this, I want you to make sure that the angle of this paper is actually touching the wall like this. don't have it out and peel it like this, because then the letters will try to stick to this paper instead of the tape. Hold it as close as you can, forming almost a crease with this backing paper while you peel it away. Now, if you get letters like this that try to stick to the backing paper, just fold it back down, push it against the tape, and peel like this. Now the next step is to lower this back down in its original position. Now smooth it out against the wall, using, again, from the top to the bottom and the middle out. Now use your burnishing tool to push each letter into the wall. Concentrate especially on the edge of each letter and the dots of eyes. So now that we've gotten the vinylism burnished to the wall, we're going to peel away all of these strips of painter's tape and start at the corner and peel away our transfer tape. Now again, I'm going to use the same pattern of pulling it straight against the wall instead of out like this. And it has the same reason as doing it with the backing paper, because we want it to stay on the wall and not on the backing tape. Now if you get this happening to you, you just do the same step as before. Just roll it back in position and hold one finger on the piece of vinyl and one finger on the tape. Now if your vinylism only has one part, then that's all there is to it. Just remove the guide arrows and you're all finished. But if, like me, your vinylism has two parts, then you just move on and use your second part needs to be prepped. So I'm going to lay it so that it's not facing me, I can't read it, and I'm going to peel off the backing paper straight on the table this time instead of on the wall. I'm going to follow the same techniques where I'm making sure that the backing paper is as close to the table as possible. Go slow enough so that if a letter starts to lift, you can catch it and smooth it back down before you have any bending or breaking of letters. Now we're going to use these two arrows on our vinylism here and line them up with these two arrows on the vinylism that's already on the wall. Hold this paper tight . And make sure that both arrows are lined up well. Now use your burnishing tool again and smooth it out from the outside to the edge, from the inside to the outside edges. Now we're going to repeat the same steps that we did with the first vinylism, where we burnish each letter very well and then peel off this paper. Now try to avoid burnishing on the first layer of vinylism so that you don't have to deal with pulling it away when you're doing this step. Finally, we're going to peel away all of our guide arrows. And that's all there is to it. Doesn't that look like it's been painted on the wall? It only took about 10 minutes, but it makes such a bold statement. I can't wait for you to make your own statements in your home. For more vinylisms tips, craft ideas, and instruction videos, or to place an order, visit our website at www.vinylisms.com.